that, Rhino. But it is Friday, so we got Tanya here for movies. You got any?
I think it's got to be Snow White.
She couldn't even say it with a straight face. Okay, Rhino, what's the connection, if there's one?
Yeah, this was the song that they slowed down a bit for the trailer for the #1 movie this last weekend, Jason Statham's A Working Man.
Which Rhino said it's when Jason Statham movie outranks a Snow White Disney movie.
Yeah.
You start to wonder what happened.
I know in The Last Supper, The Chosen, The Last Supper Part 1 was not very far behind those two, so I was excited to see that.
Yeah, that is a good thing.
Yeah.
All right, well, I mentioned Minecraft. I know that's coming out. Got lots of friends who are excited about that
Yes.
movie coming for their kids. Have you seen it?
I actually went to see it.
Did you?
And I had the attitude that, okay, I'm going to take one for the team and go see this. You know, when I initially saw the trailer, I was so excited and ran home to tell my boys, there's a Minecraft movie coming out.
Did your boys play? Have your boys grown up playing that?
Yes.
Okay.
And we played it together when they were little or younger. And anyway, they were both like, oh, Mom, that movie's going to be so lame, you know. And so that probably explains why I enjoyed it. You know, it's definitely, I think, geared toward kids.
Yeah.
You know, I can't imagine anybody going to the theater and seeing this without a child. But, I did. But...
And they talked about you the whole way at home.
I know. But the one thing that probably sets me apart from many is I love Jack Black. He could just sit there and read, the phone book, and I would laugh. He's just hilarious to me. And I thought Jason Momoa was funny in this one. Danielle Brooks is in it. She actually was nominated for an Oscar last year for The Color Purple. So a great cast, really great acting. And I thought they did a great job of bringing the Minecraft world to the screen. It's been years since I've played. But, it all came back to me. And I thought it was fun. But it's in the world of Minecraft, but it's for people who are all kind of lost. They've all got struggles, and they have to come together to escape this world that they've gotten themselves into.
Well, Aaron from Gulfport says he took the kids to see Minecraft last night. He said, I personally thought it was great for what it was.
Yeah. I think exactly. I think that's the best way to sum that up. Another thing is there is a song at the end of it that Jack Black sings and Jason Momoa that I think we may see nominated for an Oscar.
Really?
Jack Black was nominated, or his song from Super Mario Brothers, about Peaches. It was called Peaches. So I'm thinking, how fun would that be to see him get nominated?
Jack Black wrote that?
Oh, well, I don't know if he wrote it, but he sang it.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's definitely fun. Kids, the whole time I watched it, I was thinking, okay, who is going to love this movie? And I was thinking young boys, but there's enough funny characters. There was only one scene that I thought, oh, that's a little scary, but even it wasn't that bad. So I feel like even your younger kids can handle it. It is PG. But yeah, it's totally a fun movie.
Will it be better than some of the other things that are out there right now, I would assume? So
for sure.
Ones. Yeah.
Yeah, and then The Chosen, The Last Supper Part 2 is out this weekend.
That's right, because it's each week, right?
Yeah, they're going to release one each week. And I did double check. Part 1 is still playing. So, you could do
a double feature.
Yeah, you could go and then maybe take a break in between, go have dinner, and then go back.
That'd be a long day, but it would be a fun day.
Yeah.
To catch up that way.
But, so this portion of the story is when the leaders are starting to try to get Jesus in trouble. So that's kind of where we're at in this installment.
And there's how many of those?
There's 3 that are being released in theaters, the third one next Friday. And then Easter weekend, they're all going to be streaming on Amazon. And I don't know how many episodes total. I'm guessing it's just the 3.
I wonder how long the 3 will stay out in theaters. Not everybody's going to go and watch a trilogy.
Yeah.
And not everyone's probably going to go and see 2. But you wonder if they'll leave them out just long enough. I'll tell you what, they're making money, they'll keep them there.
Yeah, exactly.
So there you go.
And I have no doubt the people that went to see part 1 are going to go back.
And
Yeah.
see part 2. Yeah, for sure.
I know a lot of people at my church were talking about it this weekend. So I feel like,
Did they enjoy? Have you heard?
Yeah, they loved it. They thought it was great, but they're huge fans of the series, and I still am way behind on it.
Yeah, you're not going to start that this weekend and catch up.
No,
Like you're not going to be able to sit down. You might as well. You'd be better off just read the Bible.
Yeah.
You read through the Gospels quicker than you can catch up watching The Chosen from now. Yeah.
That's funny. So yeah, that's all we've got on the big screen this weekend. Next week we've got, in addition to The Chosen, Drop, which this movie, I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle it in a theater, but it is so freaky because I feel like it's kind of realistic. But it's called Drop, and it's about a woman who, I believe she's a widow, and she's going on her first date in a long, long time. And while they're having dinner, she gets a text saying, if you do not kill the state, then we're killing your son.
I've seen I don't think I could do that.
I know. It just sounds a little too scary. I mean, I don't know. Stuff like that. When you start messing with kids, I have a hard time watching those sometimes.
I bet it's very suspenseful.
That's what I think. I think it's, I hope it's not like
Who's
Trapped.
in it? Anybody we know?
I didn't recognize anybody, but, the movie Trapped was kind of a edge of your seat premise, but it turned out to be real hokey. So I hope that this one is not like that.
Well, it's okay. You get permission from us to skip out on that one.
Okay,
if
good.
you would like to, because I'm not going to see it or stream it or any. I'll never answer my phone again. I hardly answer my phone now.
Yeah,
I'm much less not going to answer it if I think somebody on the other line is going to say something like that.
Yeah, it definitely will encourage you to lessen your screen time for sure. And then next month we've got Thunderbolts is coming, which is a big Marvel movie. The next Final Destination movie. And then May 23rd, which I'm guessing is Memorial Day weekend.
It is.
Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning.
So is this the final?
This is the final.
Like final?
Well, that's what they're saying, but as we well know,
Again, if it makes
never
enough
say
money.
never.
Yeah, if it makes enough money, then, it's interesting because, like, Mission Impossible, Top Gun, all that, they really don't ever get, like, awards, do they?
They don't.
I think that's so. I'm connecting the dots, but talking about the movies that win, they should have a category of like who just made the most at the box office because that makes the most sense.
Yeah,
that's what people went to see.
Yeah, the Golden Globes have started that. I forgot what they call it, but it's based on actual success at the box office. But I'm trying to remember. I think Maverick might have been nominated for Best Picture.
But
at the Oscars, but no, it didn't win. I mean, that's just it. I think you're going to see more of them get nominated, but I don't know that they're ever going to win.
With the passing of Val Kilmer, did you have like any go back in your head and movies of his that stood out? I hate you weren't in here whatever day it was that we went down that rabbit hole.
Of course, how could you not love him in Top Gun and Maverick? But when I think of him, I think about Batman. I thought he was a great Batman, and I loved his portrayal of Batman.
There's a lot of different movies that I feel like will be streaming in the upcoming days and weeks to sort of pay homage to him. And that's what you want to see when an actor, like their work speaks for, even if it was not long-lived, at least they had some good works.
I'm so glad he was in Maverick.
I know, because we were talking if they make the next one or another one, will they somehow give a nod or like pay homage to just the name? Like it's hard to think of that without having like the original characters. Of some kind. Final Destination. Do you know why they're bringing that back? Because I would vote. Please don't.
I'm guessing they feel like they'll make a lot of money.
Why?
Because, when you do stuff like that, you not only are you going to get a new audience, hopefully, but the people that saw the first one are going to go back.
Would just know better. We can't drive behind log trucks now.
No,
Tanya, because of it. Aaron and Meridian said they dropped the new Superman trailer, waiting for July to get here to see the movie after seeing the previews.
I'm so glad she texted because they did have a trailer before the Minecraft movie, and it looks amazing. I cannot wait.
From Gulfport says this season of The Chosen is 8 episodes. 2 were released last week, and 3 this week, and 3 next week. So they must be also releasing in conjunction with the movies as well, I would think. Yeah. So lots of good stuff to go see. I'm glad to hear you kind of give your hat to Minecraft. I got a lot of friends going out to see that this weekend, so they'll be happy. All right, stick with us. We got more for you coming up next.